Kicking off my randomly selected Hitchcock reviews, I'm talking about the 1934 version of The Man Who Knew Too Much, starring Leslie Banks, Edna Best, and Peter Lorre. This is the original version of the 1956 movie of the same name, starring Jimmy Stewart and Doris Day. Yep, Hitchcock remade his own movie. I am pretty sure that I had seen this movie at least once before, but I seriously could not remember anything from it, not a single frame. I don't know if it's me or the movie though, because I wouldn't say that it was forgettable. It's one of Hitchcock's earliest sound films, and so yeah, it's a little rough around the edges, but this is a bold statement, even Hitchcock's inferior films are better than some mediocre filmmakers' best works. So my vague, faulty memory from when I saw it before had me thinking that this movie had pretty much nothing in common with the remake. I'm not sure where I got that idea, because it actually has a lot in common with the remake. It's just that minor details are changed, but the essential plot is very similar, that of an unsuspecting family on vacation getting mixed up with some secret agents who are plotting the assassination of an important foreign dignitary. In getting this review together, and I try not to do this because I don't want my ideas to get mixed up with other people's, but I came across what some other people had said about this movie, and some people really lavish a lot of praise on it, both for Hitchcock's direction and for Peter Lorre's acting. I agree that those things are, as I would expect, very good. This is one of Hitchcock's earliest films in the suspense genre that made him so famous, and it's Peter Lorre's first big English language role. Those are two remarkable notes for this movie, but I gotta be honest, I had a hard time getting into it. The quality wasn't great, and that could very well be because this came from one of those $5 bargain bin boxed sets. In the first 10 minutes, the dialogue was pretty fuzzy and muffled, and so it makes it really hard to understand what's going on. Some of the shots are a little wobbly, and then some of them are just weird or over-contrived. There was especially a thing that Hitchcock did a couple of times in the movie where he would start the scene at the back of someone's head. Like, if I started my video, like, right here, and then zoomed out, and I found it really distracting. Another thing that threw me off was the humor. Now, I love the humor in Hitchcock movies, but here, I don't know, there was something that was just a little bit off. Some of the banter at the beginning, especially between the husband and wife and the daughter, it was just, I don't know, far-fetched or unrealistic. And then as the situation that they were all in got more and more dire, when something funny would happen, it was just like, I don't really think that this is the time, and it didn't really feel like comic relief. It was more just like plopped in there and odd. But that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy any of the humor. Some of the best and most memorable parts were the quirky scenes, especially the ones that involved the main character, the father, Lawrence, played by Leslie Banks, and his bumbly friend, Clive, getting into these different situations. Lawrence keeps pushing Clive forward as a sort of detecting guinea pig, and these awful things keep happening to him. Awful, but hilarious. Whenever Leslie Banks comes up, I always just think of him as the bad guy Zaroff in The Most Dangerous Game, which is a very good movie that I would recommend. He was just so exquisitely bad and kind of deranged in that it makes it hard for me to adjust to seeing him as a decent, normal character as he is here. And then there's Peter Lorre. It's really no wonder, when you watch this movie, that Peter Lorre found international success as a movie star, because he is just so much fun to watch. His face, his voice, his acting spectrum was such that he could play a bad guy, but be sympathetic or just really likable. But he could also play a good guy who was just kind of detestable or shifty. You just have to keep watching him because you never know what you're going to get. the movie is short. It's only 75 minutes long, and the intense parts fly by. But I thought that the final act kind of dragged. I thought that the middle part was the best, and that's also the part that has the most in common, I would say, with the remake. So, which film is better? As of right now, I don't really want to express a personal preference. I'd have to see the remake because it's been quite a while since I saw the whole thing. So to be fair, I'd have to do that. Whether that's the next one I'll review, I think I'll keep us both guessing. Thanks for watching! Bye!